Welcome back. You're watching News X with me, Adhirat Singh. Now, the high-level talks between the Indian Army and the People's Liberation Army have started. The meeting will be held at the Chinese side. The meeting is being held at the Chinese side of the Chushul-Mudul border point. The Indian side is being represented by Lieutenant General Harinder Singh, the 14th Corps Commander, and 10 other officers are accompanying him. The Chinese side, on the other hand, is being led by Major General Lin Liu, and he is in turn being accompanied by 10 officers from the People's Liberation Army. All eyes are on whether the dialogue which is taking place right now will end the Ladakh border tensions and will lead to the Chinese backing off. With us, we have got right now JKS Parihar, who's a defense expert, and VN Jha from the Indian Air Force. Now, coming to you, sir, my first question to JKS Parihar would be, sir, whether, as a question that I asked before also, unlike the Doklam standoff that took place before when Ajit Doval had to intervene in the matter after months-long deadlock, the Finger Four skirmish that did not last long, now the matter was resolved in a military-level talks. Is that an example of what India should be doing and replying to Chinese heft? Because this is something the Chinese have done before as well. It's the second time we're witnessing border issues from China. Over to you, sir.
You can't compare this episode with the Doklam. It's a very serious intrusion which has taken place in the 3 different places, in the Sikkim, then in the Galwan Valley, and then Chowk and this Pangam Sule. So it's basically a part of a Chinese tactic of a mind game and to push a pressure on the India and try to change the LAC position. Again. These talks are not decided by the Corps Commander, Lieutenant General or anyone. They are at the top level. The military operations, PMO, External Affairs Ministry of our side and their side, they would have already charted out. It is the agenda to bargain from the India by the China and vice versa. So you should expect that nothing big may come out of it, but yes, it will make a ground for the subsequent talk and intervention at the PM and the premier level. I think that is the only area where this deadlock will change. Before that, it is highly unexpected.
Of course, thank you for your insights, sir. Now, welcome back. You're watching News X with me, Adhirat Singh. We've been giving you rolling coverage on the Ladakh, the China-India border standoff in Ladakh. We've got with us JKS Parihar from the Indian Air Force, and VN Jha from the, my apologies, VN Jha from the Indian Air Force, and JKS Parihar, who's a defense expert. Coming to you, JKS Parihar, sir, now how crucial is it for India to keep building infrastructure along the Indian side of the LAC, and why is it making China jittery? Over to you, sir. Your take on this.
After 62, though in the western sector in the Ladakh, India did very well, extremely well in the Ladakh fighting against China. But we were poor in the eastern sector, and because of that good performance of India in Ladakh, China had to withdraw at that time and then go for the peace. Now, since then, the government has changed and started doing development of infrastructure, which has been going on for years together. And in the recent past, it was in 80s that Kullu, Manali and Leh route was the biggest achievement. Subsequently, so many big infrastructures have come up, and it is welcome step in last 5 years. It gives access to the Indian armed forces to mobilize their heavy weapons, artillery, etc. at the shortest notice. Now, before this Durbuk, Shuk and this Borgo road up to the DVO, from most of the area was a patrolling on the foot by the Indian troops. So it was only in the good weather of the month of June to September also, and remaining part it was inaccessible. And that was the reason that the Chinese had an advantage to enter into the Aksai Chin when it was only linked with the CRPF in 1958-59. Situation has changed, and the very good thing has taken place this time. Though there is a failure in our surveillance, that is why the Chinese could enter into the Indian territory for some time since the May first week. But the subsequent mobilization and response of the Indian armed forces is phenomenal. The way they have moved, and it is possible only because of a excellent infrastructure. Now this infrastructure is not helping only the Indian armed forces, but it gives a confidence building to the local people. So it is very, very important to develop, and will keep on doing. Indian stand is very clear. We are firm, and China also knows it, that India will not stop any kind of a development of infrastructure. It is not only the road, next will come the tunnels, will come railway routes, and will come the institutions, and so many things will come. They also know it. Only issue remains today is how quickly China will agree to leave the Pangangsu Lake finger pole position and in the Galwan Valley hot springs and Webchong. We are at this point, we are weak on this issue because China is nothing to do. They have to offer it, and there will be very hard bargain from the Chinese side. Indian stand is clear that we will not accept any hindrance in the infrastructure development, and we will not leave our position. That stand is very firm, and we are following it. So where will be the bargain? The bargain will be, the China knows the mindset. They have planned till 2050. They want to stop Indian access to the South Sea with the Australia, US and other countries to jeopardize the Chinese interest. They are unhappy with the Indian approach towards the Taiwan and the Hong Kong. So, and obviously the COVID issues related, economy related issues are the tertiary. The main issue remains with the China today is that to stop the India to act more in the South Sea, Taiwan, Hong Kong as well as the POK. Because in the POK they have a tremendous development they have put through for their road and other link to the Pakistan and to the port. So if the India has become aggressive in the POK, is not in the favor of the China. Now only from the our side we can offer that we can accept the in the POK Gilgit-Baltistan the Chinese activities, provided the China support that the POK should come to the India. From our side this offer may be going to them, and the Chinese side the offer will come about these issues. Rest all will remain as such, and in turn probably they will withdraw from the Pangangsu Lake and from the Galwan Valley, but they also worried if they withdraw today, probably they will not be able to do it again intrusion, because now our infrastructure and armed forces are well alert, and they have approached, now artilleries are there, armored is there, we have the strong air base, the old of 1962 onward, those three inactive airfield of the DOB and Neomar, Fukshe, etc. They have already activated. I am sure the Tangsei will activate tremendously, and you may find that a huge army deployment in Tangsei in coming year. So China knows it is for them, it is a last episode, last chance them to change the LAC in Eastern Ladakh. So that is why the bargain will be very hard and harsh, and let's see how does it take place. As I have been telling again and again, and not that the Prime Minister is not in action, he must be. PMO must be taking full action and trying to approach to the Chinese Premier. But the deadlock will be relieved by them only. Regarding the any outcome of this visit, will come to know by the official statement by probably by the Ministry of Defence of the India and the Chinese subsequently. You can't expect any good like a T20 match, last ball at 2 o'clock, that everything is happy ending marriage. It won't happen. It will be a large and long hard bargaining. We have to follow that. But we must have another point I would like to add. China has never said that there is any perception doubt in the back one line. They say back one line is not, it is null and void. This is our boundary. Why we are talking again and again perception, perception, perception? We have to take a firm stand. It is our border, and you have to accept. Probably with the today, the Indian army is too big, and if you want to become a global power, you have to have a very strong armed forces. Today, Indian armed forces is very strong, and we can be able to control this situation effectively.
Many thanks, gentlemen, to all of you for providing your insightful insights on all of this now.